The right word may be effective, but no word was ever as effective as a rightly timed pause. Many a small thing has been made large by the right kind of advertising. I once sent a dozen of my friends a telegram saying, "Flee at once, all is discovered." They all left town immediately. I have found out that there ain't /t no surer way to find out whether you like people or hate them than to travel with them. We have the best government that money can buy. It ain't what you don't know that gets you into trouble, it is what you know for sure that just ain't so. Great things can happen when you don't care who gets the credit. A newspaper is not just for reporting the news as it is, but to make people mad enough to do something about it. When in doubt, tell the truth. There is nothing in the world like a persuasive speech to fuddle the mental apparatus and upset the convictions and debauch the emotions of an audience not practiced in the tricks and delusions of oratory. Giving up smoking is the easiest thing in the world. I know because I have done it thousands of times. Tough times teach trust. The law of work seems unfair, but nothing can change it. The more enjoyment you get out of your work, the more money you will make. A human being has a natural desire to have more of a good thing than he needs. A country without a patent office and good patent laws is just a crab, and cannot travel any way but sideways and backways. Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to pause and reflect. Thunder is good, thunder is impressive, but it is lightning that does the work. The 1st of April is the day we remember what we are the other 364 days of the year. Travel is fatal to prejudice, bigotry, and narrow-mindedness, and many of our people need it solely on these accounts. Broad, wholesome, charitable views of men and things cannot be acquired by vegetating in one little corner of the earth all one's lifetime. It is a worthy thing to fight for one's freedom. It is another sight finer to fight for another man's. A successful book is not made of what is in it, but what is left out of it. I wish I could make him understand that a loving good heart is riches enough, and that without it intellect is poverty. Don't wake up a woman in love. Let her dream, so that she does not weep when she returns to her bitter reality. It is better to be an optimist who is sometimes wrong than a pessimist who is always right. It is best to read the weather forecast before praying for rain. Give a man a reputation as an early riser and he can sleep till noon. Sacred cows make the best hamburger. Politicians, old buildings, and prostitutes become respectable with age. Most people are bothered by those passages of Scripture they do not understand, but the passages that bother me are those I do understand. The secret source of humor is not joy but sorrow. When one has tasted watermelons, one knows what angels eat. It was not her southern watermelon that Eve took. We know it because she repented. Do not complain about growing old. It is a privilege denied to many. Do something every day that you don't want to do. Censorship is telling a man he cannot have a steak just because a baby cannot chew it. You cannot depend on your eyes when your imagination is out of focus. Write without pay until somebody offers to pay. Success is a journey, not a destination. It requires constant effort, vigilance, and revaluation. In Boston they ask, how much does he know? In New York, how much is he worth? In Philadelphia, who were his parents? Knowledge becomes wisdom only after it has been put to good use. The worst loneliness is to not be comfortable with yourself. I don't like to commit myself about heaven and hell. You see, I have friends in both places. I can live for 2 months on a good compliment. Use the right word, not its second cousin. I have never let my schooling interfere with my education. A gentleman is someone who knows how to play the banjo and doesn't. It is easier to stay out than get out. Wheresoever she was, there was Eden. A person who started to carry a cat home by the tail was getting knowledge that was always going to be useful to him, and wasn't ever going to grow dim or doubtful. Every man is a moon, he has a side no one sees. Behind every successful man, there is a woman, and behind every unsuccessful man, there are two. In the small town of Hannibal, Missouri, when I was a boy, everybody was poor, but didn't know it, and everybody was comfortable and didn't know it. I smoke in moderation, only 1 cigar at a time. All emotion is involuntary when genuine. A home without a cat, and a well-fed, well-petted, and properly revered cat, may be a perfect home, perhaps, but how can it prove title? Man is the only animal that is cruel. It kills just for the sake of it. Teaching is like trying to hold 35 cocks underwater at once. If I had more time, I would have written less. A little starvation can really do more for the average sick man than can the best medicines and the best doctors. To one in sympathy with nature, each season, in its turn, seems the loveliest. When angry, count 4. When very angry, swear. No man's life, liberty, or property is safe while the legislature is in session. Go to bed early, get up early, this is wise. She was not quite what you would call refined. She was not quite what you would call unrefined. She was the kind of person that keeps a parrot. Travel is fatal to prejudice, bigotry, and narrow-mindedness. When the world is made to be idiot-proof, the world will become overpopulated with idiots. Forgiveness is the smell that lavender gives out when you tread on it. Clothes make the man. Naked people have little or no influence on society. If everyone was satisfied with himself, there would be no heroes. But old fools is the biggest fools there is. All you need in this life is ignorance and confidence, then success is sure.